You ever wonder if you can build confidence from the outside in? I mean, not waiting around to feel confident, but just deciding to act confident first and see what happens? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. This incredible one-day experiment to see if confidence is something you do, not something you just have.
And it all starts with this, a piece of feedback so direct, so brutal, really, that it just forces you to change. These words right here, they're the spark that ignites this entire story.
So let's meet our guy, Elias. He is what you'd call an unapologetic apologizer. You know the type. He's brilliant at his job, his work is absolutely flawless, but nobody seems to notice. He is the classic case of being really, really good, but also completely invisible.
And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? I mean, look at this. Elias's work quality is objectively, demonstrably better than his colleague Mark. But Mark gets the promotion. And why? It comes down to one word: presence. Mark walks around like he owns the place, while Elias, for all his talent, just vanishes into the background.
So that gut punch of an observation from his boss, it didn't just crush Elias. It actually sent him down a late-night rabbit hole of behavioral psychology. He was looking for an answer, for some kind of system he could actually use.
First, he comes across this idea of embodied cognition, which is this wild theory that your body can literally change your mind. Like, if you stand like a confident person, can you actually start to feel like one?
And then he finds proxemics, the science of space. It's all about how taking up more physical room, uncrossing your arms, standing tall, sends a signal of authority before you even say a single word.
And then he found the final piece of the puzzle, the spotlight effect. You know that nagging feeling that everyone is watching you, judging your every move? Well, the reality is, most people are way too worried about their own spotlight to even notice yours. And realizing that was like a huge weight just lifted off his shoulders.
So all this research, it all boiled down to one huge, game-changing hypothesis. What if confidence isn't some magical feeling you're born with? What if it's just a set of actions, a performance you put on? And hey, if it's a performance, anyone can learn the script.
And he didn't just stop with the theory. No way. He created a practical guide, a manifesto for his 24-hour experiment. He boiled everything down to 5 clear, simple, actionable rules.
And here they are, the 5 pillars of his act. 1. Stop apologizing for just existing. 2. Make and hold eye contact. 3. Take up space with your body. 4. End your sentences with authority, like a statement, not a question. And 5. Walk into every room like you were invited and you belong there. Sounds simple, right? But man, is it hard to actually do.
Okay, so he's got the theory, he's got the rules. Now comes the really hard part, putting it all into practice. Let's see how this whole thing played out when the rubber met the road, in a series of tests that went from kind of simple to super high stakes. I mean, his day was basically a minefield of all his biggest anxieties. It started small, with just ordering a coffee, but it ramped up all the way to a tense strategy meeting and a full-blown crisis call with an angry client. Every single one was a test of his new rules.
So here it is, the big moment. He's in the meeting, and he's directly challenged by Mark, the very guy who got the promotion over him. Now, the old Elias, he would have just crumbled, instantly. But the new Elias, he's playing by the rules. He held his ground and came back with calm, data-driven authority.
But here's the secret weapon he used before he even said a word. He looked Mark directly in the eye, and he just let the silence hang there for 2 full seconds. See, in conversations like this, pauses are power. Nervous people rush to fill the silence. Confident people own it.
And check out the shift on that crisis call. He doesn't say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for the delay." No, instead he completely reframes the situation. He takes control by positioning himself as the one protecting quality, making his delay a benefit to the client. It is a total masterclass in shifting the power dynamic.
And this, right here, leads to the biggest discovery of the entire day. It wasn't just about faking it. Something much deeper was starting to happen. He accidentally stumbled upon the engine that actually generates real, lasting confidence.
See, as he started acting confident, people started treating him differently. They gave him more respect. They actually listened when he spoke. And his brain took all of that in as real-time proof that he was, in fact, a confident person. The performance, it was becoming reality.
And this slide just nails the whole idea. We have the equation for confidence completely backward.
We think we need to feel confident before we can do the scary thing. But this whole experiment proved the exact opposite is true. Taking the action is what creates the feeling.
And this isn't just, some self-help trick. It's literally rooted in our biology. When you stand in a power pose, your stress hormones actually go down. When you speak in a calm voice, your own nervous system gets the message to calm down. It creates this amazing, self-reinforcing loop where your actions and the world's reactions literally build you up from the inside out.
So, what was the end results of this one-day performance? This email. No apologies, no maybes, just a direct, confident request to talk about his path to leadership. This wasn't just a 24-hour fix. It was the start of a whole new career.
So this whole story shows us that confidence maybe isn't a personality trait we're stuck with. It's a skill. It's something you build action by action, which of course brings it all back to you. If you were going to run your own 24-hour experiment starting right now, what would your first rule be? What's the one small action you could take?
Please like and subscribe.